again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Inside Lowell Daily Pulse, the live edition of the Daily Pulse, coming to you here from downtown Lowell, the beautiful WellPoint Studios on this Friday, November 14th, 2025. I'm your host, Teddy Panos, and as you might have caught a glimpse there during the opening shot, we got a little bit of a different show for you today. First of all, not just the 11:30 a.m. start time, but we got a couple of special guests here in the studios joining, of course, one of the members of the Pod Squad, Mike 𝐒𝐴𝐺𝐸, aka Batch.
Good morning.
How are you, buddy?
Good.
Good to have you here.
Good to see my friend over here, Dennis.
He's not pointing to the fabulous Lindsay.
Oh, no, it's always nice to see Lindsay.
She's your friend as
I
well.
knew she was going to be here, so.
But we've got the crew from the Lowell,
I don't know.
the Lowell Center for the Arts, formerly known as the Save Smith Baker group. We got two of the three of you here in house right now. Dennis McCarthy, the father. You're actually sitting in the hyphen seat, by the way, just so you know.
I'm not a hyphen, by the way.
You're not a hyphen, but you are the back end of the hyphen from 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 McCarthy.
Better than me be the back end of my wife, so.
Or the backhand, right? Dennis McCarthy is joining us here in studios. Dennis, great to have you here on this Friday, your first ever live show. Though you're becoming kind of a vet at this, this Daily Pulse stuff. Maybe we could have you next time I'm on vacation. You could relieve Jerry Nutter a day or two and sit in. You sure?
Be a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
just not having you here.
It'd be a breath of fresh air for me as well. Chris McGarren is with us as well. Hello there, Chris. How are you?
I'm great, Teddy. How are you?
I am fantastic. And as we mentioned, we are joined by the fabulous Lindsay. She's on standby at the Shaw Farm Pulse line, ready to get your feedback as well on any number of things that we're going to be talking about today, including a big announcement involving the City of Lowell. We kind of been teasing it since yesterday and all morning. Now seeing Dennis and seeing Chris here, you probably have an idea what it's about. Lots of good stuff happening here in the City of Lowell. We're going to get to that, and we're going to get to the rest of our show as well. And the hyphen will be joining us as well, 𝐒𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 McCarthy, in just a few minutes. First, let's thank our Daily Pulse sponsors for helping to make this Daily Pulse live show and all of our podcast possible. Thank you to Real Estate Ray Booten, licensed realtor in Mass and New Hampshire, certified appraiser in both states as well. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home, a business, or a commercial property, you need to get in touch with Ray today. And you can find him easily enough online, realestaterayBooten.com. That's realestaterayBooten.com. Thanks as well to WellPoint for hosting us here in the WellPoint Studios. It's the only health plan offering healthcare benefits exclusively to Massachusetts GIC members. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, WellPoint. We also need to thank our friends at Shaw Farm for helping deliver your feedback to our Daily Pulse Live on the Shaw Farm Pulse line. Just text 978-PULSE-IN. That's 978-785-7346. And Shaw Farms will deliver your feedback live to our show, just like they deliver all of their farm fresh goodies right from their store to your front door. Sign up now at shawfarm.com. Thank you to all of them. All right, let's get right to it. Okay. Mr. McCarthy, Chris McGarren, when last we left you in our studios, you were all smiles. You had great news. You had secured the financing to save Smith Baker, which less than a year ago today had been condemned to the wrecking ball.
Well, it was suggested that it would be condemned, but in any event.
Oh, they took a vote. That city council took a vote.
That thing was coming down.
And it was
yeah, it was.
That thing was going down very quickly, and you guys scrambled. You got a couple of folks to put the brakes on the wrecking ball, and you came up with a plan, and now you have come up with some funding and an agreement to actually take control of the building once and for all, get it off the city's hands, and get it into development. So take it away.
Next Tuesday night, the city council will go into executive session to discuss the land disposition agreement with the Smith Baker Preservation Corp. Or Lowell Center for the Arts at the Smith Baker. And today, our attorney, John Gary, was able to send over the signed letter from our group and Northern Bank. So we have secured the funds through Northern Bank. Joe Tedisco is our contact there. And maybe, Chris, you can give the details of what that agreement is.
Yeah, and last time you were here, you had said you thought you were close. You'd worked out the financing, and you got a lender to not only stick their neck out and assume the risk, but also to kind of go above and beyond as part of this partnership. You kept it a secret. I got to be honest with you, it was probably the worst kept secret in the city, because last Thursday I was at a Northern Bank function and everybody in that room was talking about the Smith Baker Center and how they stepped forward when a lot of other people had cast their doubts, and they helped you guys make this reality. So a shout out to Northern Bank for going above and beyond. They really they helped you guys out significantly.
Well, they had the vision. I mean, we initially were looking for somebody who, because we have X amount of money already, which is enough to purchase the building from the city. But we thought it would be great if we didn't have to actually spend that. So we were trying to get a mortgage just to buy the building from the city. And Northern Bank looked at our whole proposal. They looked at our 145-page RFP response that we gave to the city. And they said, it would be crazy for us just to lend you the money to buy the building. We want to see the project all the way through. So they looked at our budget and they basically signed on for the entire project, which is pretty awesome.
which anyone who's tried to get financing for a high-level project will tell you, very difficult to do. They want X amount down in terms of dollars, percentage, or whatever, and they, most lenders want to assume as little risk as possible. These folks assume, I'm not sure, perhaps the max, the max possible, right? They're all in. They're in essence a partner in this venture at this point.
How the hell did you pull this off? This is amazing.
No, yes and no.
It's amazing because the thing about it
don't be shy, Dennis.
Yeah, it was fast.
Since the beginning of this project, it's just been all about faith. We just have to keep the momentum going, and then you create this sort of wake, and then people just get sucked in. And that's what happens.
It is. I mean, it is a bit like that. The interior of that building is friggin' beautiful. Like just the way it's like you don't see that anymore. But people love parking lots and
lots are pretty popular.
Whatever they were going to put there instead, like a Popeyes or something. Whatever. Like this is a beautiful, unique building, and you guys were able to pull this off somehow. He's been trying for a hotel for 20 years. He can't get it done.
Because I hadn't been talking to Northern Bank. Once I heard from these guys, I'm like, I have to talk to Northern Bank, so stay tuned. But so you did mention you got to go into executive session with the city council.
Correct.
That usually means negotiations with them, right? Because they don't want some stuff out, because if any of those discussions could have how do they word executive session, an adversarial effect on the city's negotiating position or whatever. Do you have a deal with the city?
So not unlike what happened the last time with CBA, there are a couple of things in the LDA agreement that are securing the city's, choice to allow us to take possession of the building. So after 6 months, we have to provide X, and after a year, we have to provide Y. So the city does have 2 measures that it can act on if we fail. But because we have the financing and we have a great team, and we've been out to talk to contractors, we have a very, very good team. I've discussed permitting with Dave Fuller, and we think that we really do have everything in place.
Okay, so when you were last here, not even a month ago, right, we did talk about how it was important to get this done at some point in November, and we were targeting kind of one of those early council meetings. I know they did one on November 4th, but that was election night, and I think they basically walked in, called the meeting to order, then adjourned it and walked out. They didn't have on November 11th because of Veterans Day. This was important. why was getting this done, and why is it getting it done this coming Tuesday night, November 18th? Why is that important from a strategic standpoint for you folks?
Well, it's not now. I mean, it was,
There's two elements going on though too. We're doing an access agreement
yeah,
that's separate.
big.
So the access agreement allows us to get in, me and my team, to measure the building. We have to produce documents for historic preservation credits. So we have to do those documents. We have to do marketing documents. We have to help the foundation kitchen group that we want to have develop that first floor understand what we're providing. So we have a lot of work to do.
You also have to shore up that roof and any part of that building that is coming out that is falling, and it has had them kind of block off parking spots on that sidewalk there. You had mentioned if you could get in early enough, you might be able to do that, excuse me, before the winter season. Is that still in play, or do you have to wait till the spring?
We don't know for sure how soon we will have access to get up on the roof and to start making improvements. 688 slates, that's all it is, right?
That's all?
That are mentioned in the
Gale report.
Gale report. But a lot of them are on the side facing O'Connell Parkway, where we know that we have some exposure with them falling. So we have to get a roofer to solve the slates that are potentially falling, and we also have to get a roofer to solve the leak that's coming in. There's a couple of leak spots that we have to put Band-Aids on until we can get the roofing done. We don't expect the roofing to be solved before March or April when the good weather comes, I think, at this point.
Is that the full roofing or the patchwork that you need to do in the falling slate?
I think there's some patchwork that gets done as a Band-Aid first.
Okay, for public safety, for anybody walking on that street, vehicles, etc. Good. So you are able to, you've been able to secure this quickly enough to get that done. Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Well, so the LDA is not the purchase agreement, right? That's like the purchase and sale agreement. So we still haven't taken possession of the building at that point. So if the city council decides to ratify that LDA on Tuesday, then we still have our due diligence period, and we still have to get, there's still 30 days for closing. So really, it's going to be the middle of winter probably when we actually take possession of the building. So we'll do it as soon as we can, but it kind of depends on Mother Nature.
And of course, me being the eternal optimist, am hoping that this access agreement allows us to have access to do some repairs to keep the building from deteriorating further while we're waiting for the new roofing to take place in March or April.
Okay. Is there anything at this point that could throw a monkey wrench into everything and cause this deal to fall apart?
I don't know about fall apart, but make it more difficult for us. So we have structures north that are going to have access to the attic and see the condition of the large timber structure that we have supporting that building and see what elements have deteriorated with the leaks. We need to have that solved as far as whether or not we can just get in there and do some reinforcing of some of those elements, or if we have to do some replacement of some of those elements. So that's a big one.
Okay. And the financing that you've put together with Northern Bank and the whole structure of that, does that allow you a little bit of flexibility for surprises that you may find in development? And, I mean, I don't think we've ever heard of a project batch in Lowell that they discovered some things like 5 years into construction that they didn't test for.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
No. Okay. Have you done enough boring drill, test points to drill and whatnot?
Do you have an $80 million contingency plan?
You can't blame COVID, McCarthy. I'm telling you right now, that COVID excuse is done.
I think sarcasm is so important, and I'm so glad you think that, because I love it. I love sarcasm.
Except
As
when
my
I directed at your poor daughter, as I'm about to do in about 10 minutes.
She's used to it. I do it to her. She knows any of it.
But in reality, though, the timber's up there, right? I mean, when was this thing built? 1880s, was it?
1884.
So you got to figure those
1884.
timbers are going to be pretty resilient.
12 by 16, they're massive.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
massive.
a little water's not going to screw them up. It's not
Well,
like you're dealing with
you hope.
plywood,
We hope. We hope.
As long as you get somebody to shut the
but-
window of the skylight, you should
So-
be okay.
For now, yeah.
So we have figured $340,000 for the stabilization with information from subcontractors. Our financing from the bank in the first year is, I don't know, 6 times that. So we have some money set aside for anything that's not foreseen right now. Yeah.
All right. So you have a little cushion, and politically, do you believe at this point the will of the council now is to do what they can to help get this done once and for all?
I think the big problem for them is feeling comfortable with financing, feeling confident that we have the money to finish the project, right? And understandably, they don't want to have, 2 years go by and have the building look like it does right now or whatever, and like, oh, now we still have to tear it down and it's even worse and whatever. So as long as they get the memo about the financing, I think that will.
But you do have to shore it up. Would you say that window was 6 months? You have to,
6
once you
months
take possession,
stabilize the building.
to stabilize the building, so it's not a public safety hazard anymore.
Exactly.
Once we close, we have 6 months, right? Yep.
Okay. And at which point the city no longer owns it, right? If you guys
At the 1 year mark.
At the 1 year mark, the city doesn't own it. So if for some reason you've stabilized the building, and if for some reason everything goes to crap, it's Northern Bank's problem now. They have to pay to tear it down, right?
We're leaving town. We're out of here.
You guys are gone. I mean, you may lose the house, Dennis. I'm sure. I'm sure Angela will be very.
What's one house?
Very.
Big deal.
You can move in with 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲. She's a great landlord, from what I hear.
That's right. There's always an option. Plan B.
Look, as Batch said, it's remarkable that you got it here. I do want to take a quick moment to give a shout out to one of the people who is not here and hasn't been coming in with you, and Owen Kelly is the other person. Of course, he's kind of Derek's call him the guy who's going to control the performing arts part of it and whatnot.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he deserves a bunch of credit as well in this.
And there's a concert coming up Saturday that AME is doing over at Maloney Hall at 5:30.
Fundraiser
That he's running.
Okay,
Just so everyone knows.
Excellent. But we would be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to City Councilor Paul Retayem, who unfortunately for him was unsuccessful in his re-election bid and will not be there for really any of this after January 1st, at least as a councilor.
Right.
My hunch is he's going to be there in some way, shape, or form,
Paul brought
going
us all
forward.
together initially.
Such a champion.
Paul was the guy that connected you to Northern Bank. Is that
And
correct?
he also connected us to each other.
Yeah.
so-
Such a champion.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So hopefully Sidney Liang, the new councilor for that district, is as passionate, and hopefully the other 10 city councilors that will take the oath of office in January are also as passionate. I know you won over John Dakota,
Yes.
who voted to tear the building down at one point, and then through your amazing powers of persuasion, Dennis was convinced to make a motion to try to save it, to give it one more try, to throw one last Hail Mary.
We have great counselors, and they're all, worried about doing the right thing for the city, which they should be doing. This building has sat vacant for so long and has circled the drain for demolition for so long.
Yeah.
I can't blame them for what they did.
Not at all.
But we showed up, and we have a plan, and we have financing, and I think people can clearly see that this building should be given another life.
Awesome.
And Batch, you had an idea for some fundraising for them, a way they could raise money. Off, didn't you have an idea off air for them to raise
I have no idea what you're talking about.
sell a few T-shirts? Is that what you said?
Works for Kerouac now.
Right.
I got to tell you though, so what's amazing though is the time frame that they did this in, right? Like that's what I was most impressed with. But when Dennis can pretty much get anybody to do anything, and I just quickly. A couple of years ago, me and Michaela and our friend Christine McCall were up in Maine, right? So they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go on a little hike." So we're
Iconic hike.
it's the Beehive, and it's this
beautiful
crazy mountain with like
It's lovely.
ladders, and the things are like this big.
I'm out already.
And I'm like,
Mountain with ladders, I'm done.
I'm like, I don't think I'm doing that. Then it's like, Batch, come on, just
have to
whatever.
do it. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we go, and me and McCall were doing okay. Dennis is in flip flops, and he's running. He's like, he's running up these boulder trails and just running up these ladders and just doing it like crazy. I'm kind of like, I'm getting a little scared because originally we made it. He kept encouraging us, and then after that, to relax, he takes us out in a sailboat. We're just sitting out there. He's like, Batch, you ever sail? And I'm like, no, Here you go. He just gives me the rudder. Next thing you know, I'm sailing around Bar Harbor. He can pretty much get anything done when he just You can't say no to them, you know?
Well,
So
the good news is the
But you
whole
haven't
team is
been
like
back
that.
up.
I've been back up a bunch of times. Oh, Beehive? No, I'm not going up there yet. Did that once. I'm never doing it again.
No, I mean, the reason this works, because you're right, things don't get done in this amount of time. But the whole team is like that. You know, we just like, this needs to be done. All right, let's do it right now. Okay, let's do it tomorrow. You know, I mean, there isn't any like,
Yeah. What a great meeting we had yesterday. The
oh my
board meeting
God,
was
we
phenomenal.
had like a
The
multi-page,
agenda
we had this
was
huge
like a city
agenda.
council meeting agenda, right?
Oh, and we're done in an hour, right on time, like
Yeah,
1
very
minute
good.
early.
It's all
Okay,
there.
we're ready. I mean, it's just the way
Carol-
we roll. Yeah,
Carol
Carol's like,
Gift is great.
yeah,
Oh, she's on there too?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's
She's
fantastic.
fabulous, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's again, congratulations to you. I know I said it last time you were here. You're now a giant step closer.
Yep.
So thank you to the two of you, to Owen, to everybody who was involved with this. Councilor Yeman, of course, thank you to Northern Bank as well, because there's been a lot of opportunities along the way for people to finance this, step forward, to stick their neck out and take a huge risk. And they did. So they deserve an awful lot of the credit as well. So we're certainly grateful for that. We do, before we let you go, though, and replace you with your daughter, the hyphen, 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 𝐏𝐻𝐿, we do have some a question for you on the Shaw Farm Pulse line, which, by the way, you folks can text your feedback in on anything we've talked about, as well as anything we're about to talk about. Text 978-PULSE in. That's 978-785-7346, and Shaw Farm will deliver your feedback to us. Shaw Farm, no time to shop, no problem. Get fresh Shaw Farm milk, ice cream, and more delivered right to your door. Sign up now at shawfarm.com. Lindsay, the fabulous Lindsay, I believe the Cali Llama has a question for our guest, Mr. McCarthy.
Yes. Where is your bow tie?
You're right. You're right. To some degree.
You went casual on us
Friday
today.
casual.
I thought it was
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a great one for today too. I should have worn it next time. I'll be on again, right? I'll be on again.
Anytime you want. You can sit in this chair if you want.
And I think the bow tie is coming back. A lot of people are wearing them, so it's a big deal. Teddy, you might want to step it up a little bit.
You know, when I was younger, that was the uniform at the Athenian Corner. We had to wear a bow tie.
No way.
Yeah, black. The Penguin suit, everything but the sport coat, a black vest, black bow tie.
Oh, my God.
We were styling.
I'll bring one for Sean on Monday, our next meeting. So
All right, you'll have a bow tie.
I'll have a bow tie for
Maybe you can sell Smith Baker Center bow ties instead of t-shirts, right?
That's a great idea. I like
There we
Cali
go.
Llama and a bow tie. I'd pay to see that.
I could definitely envision that.
Yeah?
Cali Llama and a bow tie?
Maybe, yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
yeah.
Well, again, congratulations to the two of you, and thank you for sharing all of your good news and developments along the way with us, and again today. And we actually look forward to when that ribbon cutting takes
Yeah.
place.
do we.
That's going to be a big, big celebration in the city.
Yes.
So
As it
thank
should
you.
be.
All
You're
right,
welcome.
Dennis McCarthy, Chris
Thank you.
McCarron, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Congratulations.
The hyphen, 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 McCarthy, will join us
Thanks,
in just a quick second. She was late, but luckily we had her father and Chris on standby. So the show must go on, as they say, at 11:30. You're tuned into the Daily Pulse Live, the Friday, November 14th edition of Daily Pulse. Let me quickly thank all of our Daily Pulse sponsors and all of our podcast sponsors for helping to make this podcast and all of our podcasts possible. Of course, we start with our friends we start with Real Estate Ray Booten. Ray Booten, licensed realtor in Mass and New Hampshire. Find him online, realestaterayBooten.com. Thanks as well to WellPoint at WellPoint. Your whole health is their whole point. Washington Savings Bank, banking that feels like home. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank. TMI Properties, TMI Cares, developing and managing their own properties for over 30 years. Experience the value, the care, and the quality of making TMI the choice for your home. Mahoney Oil, providing warmth and protection to generations of families since 1925. The Greater Lowell Community Foundation, improving the quality of life in our communities through strategic, impactful philanthropy. And by Francis E. Preventure Insurance, the agency Greater Lowell is counted on to protect its most valuable assets since 1982. And of course, on Friday, we want to thank our friends at Shaw Farm for helping deliver your feedback to us here on the Daily Pulse line. Just text 978-PULSE in. That's 978-785-7346. And just like that, magic. We swapped out 2 seats, and see, it took 2 people to fill your chair.
Oh,
Michaela, that's how big of a star you are.
No, I mean, I'm excited that they got to talk about the Smith Baker Center. It's
Little
very
smile on your,
exciting.
little smile on your face, the pride. You've been a big part of it. You actually addressed the council
We all
multiple
did.
times.
I think our entire family did.
Well, you know,
It's a family outing.
well,
Yeah.
look, listen. Politicking is a big part. Is how many votes are in the Honduras McCarthy household?
We got a lot. It's a growing family. So
Yeah, because your sister's, she's in the
my
Highlands, right?
sister and her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in the Highlands.
Yeah, now we know how Dakota got swayed to switch his vote. Right? but
He's been a very good advocate for the project for sure. So
He has been.
we're very grateful.
I give him credit too. Like, I hate when people make a decision and they refuse to switch. You know what I mean? Like he'll change his, like people that change their mind.
Yeah.
You know, once
It's
you
all
hear
about
another,
being open-minded and
exactly.
listening to opinions as
Yeah.
We
Imagine
do.
that, getting new information, then deciding to change your mind. That's actually a
Yeah.
good thing,
And
not
not
a
being-
negative thing.
learning.
See,
learning
Teddy,
and growing.
you can change and grow.
there is no hope for me. So Lindsay, before we started, you had no idea about the Smith Baker Center and what it was. So it's this old church turned performance hall in the city. And was it late January or February that they actually voted, the city council voted to tear it down,
Not long ago.
send it to the wrecking ball, and then last minute Michaela's dad and a group kind of spearheaded the effort and pulled it off. So now it's an awesome facility. So
It's
we're
awesome.
gonna drag you to the ribbon cutting there, okay?
I think it still
Sure.
Yeah.
it still has the pipe organ, right?
It still does, yeah.
It's
like-
huge.
It's this massive, like
beautiful.
amazing pipe organ. And do you know what that is?
I just wrote a piece about a pipe organ.
What?
Some organ.
in Westford.
Is that's an instrument, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it-
literally
churches
just
and
wrote
whatnot.
a
It's also a
piece
double
about it.
entendre, but we won't go there.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, the
to
one
be.
that's like,
Where's the one in Westford?
well, it's in this guy's house. He
He has a
one.
pipe organ in his house.
Well, he has like an electronic organ that's like an organ and an electronic organ in one.
Is his name Smith or Baker by any chance?
No.
No,
Smitty Baker.
Smitty Baker. All right. Well, if folks want to get their feedback in, have the fabulous Lindsay read it on the Shop
Ew,
Farm
that
Pulse
is
line.
terrible.
Just you let your hair down for us today. We like it.
What's that? What's that font from? It's driving me. Is that Barbie font? No, it's something.
Oh, that's a new sign.
Yeah.
The font-
yeah, 'cause you guys
Oh, you
weren't
weren't here last week. When,
Yeah.
No, but
we
that-
had Boder and debut it.
I
love
saw it
that
last week.
font.
It looks better in person. I gotta say, the pink doesn't show up, but the font
This
is.
lighting is just ass. No,
Well,
This
offense.
lighting is horrible.
It's ass.
Can we fix this?
Yeah.
January,
Is that-
we're
is that
making
Barbie-
some changes.
Barbie-
No, it's not. But I'll
Really?
tell you what it
Well,
is in a second because it's on Canva. It's my favorite used.
Did you make that?
Yeah.
Ugh,
So
good
what is
job.
it? What
Love
is it?
Canva.
It's a
Love
famous
Canva.
font. I've seen that font on something before.
Yeah. Oh no, it's like it's
Retro.
a well-known font.
Yeah.
But I'll
No,
tell
but-
you what.
okay.
I don't know.
She doesn't
Oh.
want to give away her secret.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you on here. No,
Oh.
I don't know what it is actually, but it's just on Canva. But it's like a known font. It's like the headline font.
You're making changes in January to the studio, including the lighting.
We're gonna finally
You're
get the
gonna take the
lighting
tape
going.
down?
Wait, we're not
We're gonna
gonna-
take down the
Can
covers
we get
off
some
the
sconces in
fluorescent
here? Can we get some like mood lighting?
We're
Some
working
nice,
on it.
you know,
What about that table?
Ugly light.
I'll help you.
Okay.
I
We have
know
that
what
big
it
ass
is.
table that we took half your door out with.
Yes, we have a new broadcast table.
Your sister's face, man, she was pissed.
We'll have a new broadcast, and we'll have all sorts of stuff.
Great.
So, yeah, we're growing, we're moving, we're shaking here at Inside Lowell, and you folks are invited along for the ride. Text in 978 Pulse in. That's 978-785-7346 to get your feedback in on the Shaw Farm Pulse line. Lindsay, we got some more. Let's play a little catch up with it, shall we?
Let's do that. From their family farm to your family table, fresh, local, and delivered with care. Sign up at shawfarm.com. From Keelong Deep, happy Friday to everyone. Adding on to the Smith Baker Center discussion, the City Council next week on Tuesday, November 18th, will meet in executive session to discuss the land deposition agreement in executive session.
Wow, he is with
Yeah,
it.
He sent that in bright and early. He's
Yeah.
ready. Yeah, I think they
I don't
just
know what that
released their
means, but
agenda.
I'm sure that's correct.
They just talked about it.
That was just what Dennis talked
Yeah.
about. What else do we have on the Shaw Farm Pulse?
Elijah Russell says, would this be a place with mainly local performers or outside tours? I went to the dentist this week. You guys have any good doctor dentist stories?
Any good
What's the?
dentist
I have a
stories?
joke. What's the best time to go to the dentist?
2:30.
Yes.
2:30.
I always fall back to the Seinfeld
got it.
joke.
What?
What do they call a doctor who flunked out of med school? A dentist.
Ew, you're an idiot.
Dentists are important.
Apologies to all the dentists.
I love
out
going.
there.
I have to
Yeah,
admit, I
and
love
why?
going to the
'Cause you
dentist.
couldn't be a dentist.
No, I would not. I could not. I definitely couldn't. I don't have the patience. But I'm pumped. Keep your feedback coming in on the. Listen, I'm here all week.
I got the key. How do you say key? How do you say Keylon?
Keelong deep.
I enjoy the Keylon Deep comments. It reminds me a lot of Dennis Canny.
We discovered recently he's like our age.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
Mine, close to mine, I guess.
I think he's your.
Yeah, no, but he
Sorry.
he
Really
reminds
a
me.
broad range.
I believe he's a recent UMass Lowell graduate. I've actually had.
Yeah, I like it.
Younger
I like having
than
him.
me.
I like his comments. You know.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah, he's our Dennis Canny. I like it.
I like
Inside Lowell's Dennis Canny.
Yeah.
Since Dennis hasn't figured out the technology
I
yet.
know. I missed Dennis Tierney's comment.
I just picture Dennis is just looking on his radio for us. He can't find us.
But we do have lots to talk about. Michaela went to an interesting seminar this week, and you've got some other. You're really pissed at Governor Maura Healey.
Yeah, it wasn't a seminar.
Oh,
There's
good.
a bill that's been introduced
Okay.
that is horrible
And I
and
have some-
sad, and I'm
Near
very
and dear to
sad.
your heart.
I don't even think I'll have a Hondra's hug because I'm so sad.
What?
Yeah,
No Hondra's hug?
I'm sad.
Wow.
I have some advice for people.
Wait, I want to add my thing right now because I have nothing to say.
What is it?
2 things. When you text in our group chat, it comes in separately at PMO.
Yeah, it's because of that RCS.
Wait, what's PMO mean?
Piss me off.
Oh, we learned a new
It's
thing
an
today.
RC. It's an RCS
Yeah,
type of text. from
PMO real
Android.
bad,
Are
'cause
you
I'm
guys
like-
all on Apple or?
Yeah, because when
I'm
we
Apple.
text,
I'm not.
You're not on Apple.
But I just switch it from our whatever it is to the other one.
Oh, is that what you
oh,
have to
King,
do?
how do you do
But
that?
you can switch.
I don't
You
know.
can do it for an individual text
What?
or
Yeah,
or
that
a
just
group, or-
ask.
gonna
Wait,
teach
I
Grandpa.
didn't know this.
Yeah, please teach me how to.
I just kind of yeah.
Huh? I don't think you can do that in the Apple world.
But maybe we can do it in the Android world.
Yeah.
Probs.
All right.
Yeah.
So
That was it.
That was it.
I just don't like
You
when-
want somebody to help me.
Yeah,
format
I just
my
like
text.
wanted to like put that out there because
All
like
right.
when we
That
text
is
in our
annoying.
group, you come in separately, and I'm always like, why? When I just like was confused because we have a group chat, and I'm like, why is it coming in separately? But then I realized it's just you because it's all your texts, and I'm like, wait, is Teddy being
Oh,
blocked
that's
out or
weird. So
something?
that doesn't happen for me though.
That happens to me in the hot.
But it happens
thread
to
with
me.
Hong,
It
too.
happens
Oh,
to me
really?
in other group
Yeah.
chat.
It pops. It
okay.
pops up as a prompt. You just
But
hit the button.
it doesn't happen in this one. That
Really?
less.
For you mean?
Yeah. So when
Oh.
it comes up, I just hit convert to whatever.
Of course.
My prompt doesn't come up anymore. I think because I've.
Well, it's because your prompt hasn't come up in a while.
You're
getting older.
They make drugs for that now, bad. All right, you had something you wanted to get off your chest.
Well, not get off. Just a little. I learned something this week, right? So I was supposed to go to Florida, and I couldn't because of the stupid government shutdown, which was unnecessary, and the flights get canceled. Blah blah blah. So I ended up. I'm like, all right, I might as well take the week off and do shit that I got stuff that I have to do. So I went to my dad's widow's house, started bringing all the boxes out that my sister had gone through, whatever. So she's like, hey, there's one box. I just want you to go. First of all, there was a ton of crap, right? 20 boxes of stuff. My dad used to write, and he used to write. So he left all his journals to me, right? But he would write on 3 or 4 pages and stop and then start another one. And half the time I can't read them. So there's just like boxes and boxes of these journals that I have to like go through. It's going to take me fucking years. Oops, sorry. It's going to take me years. But there's a burn box, right? And so the burn box, Pat's like, go through the burn box, keep some of it, but
Does
some
it
of it.
say burn box on it?
We
Or,
just
you
call it the
figured
burn
it's
box.
It's a special box.
Yeah, so I'll just say this. What I learned is that it's really good to have stuff from your parents. Like you get to know them better and you read through it, and it's kind of comforting. But then some of it, a lot of it, you just read once and throw out. But I'll tell you what, some letters should just not be kept. There is some stuff in there. I'm like, I do not need to know this.
You were traumatized.
Very much so. I have a lot. Like it's crazy. So I think.
Do I ask?
Wait, and the
Vulnerable
journals are
bastard.
in the box.
Do I ask
This is just in the-
more, or
this is
do
just
I
in the
not
box.
ask?
Let me know. I want to know so bad.
I was just like, what the hell? And
You should have someone that's not close to your parents read it and tell you which ones you should read or not read.
I don't know, I
you
wouldn't-
should have someone like
Me, let me read it because I don't know anything.
Yeah, I think
So-
that would
Yeah,
be good.
completely
I would-
impartial
and then
observer.
I-
That's
and
right.
she-
Literally
say-
read that up any day.
Yeah,
Well-
and then she can say, you know what, Batch, I think you can read this, or you know what, maybe don't read this.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
She's very protective of you. Remember when, you know?
Oh, yeah.
who
Oh
was
yeah,
it
when that naughty commenter.
picked on you.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, and this I give him credit for, he started going through photo albums a couple of years ago and taking all the pictures out and putting them in little envelopes and then labeling them. So like we have a whole thing of them. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. But there's still like like what were we thinking with photo albums? And like nobody like, I don't know how like we used to. Thank God for phones because there's so much.
Oh, I love photo albums.
They're so
you know what
heavy.
I mean? I love
So I got to
photo
go for that.
albums.
But my point is, what I learned is that I'm going through all the stuff that I've kept over the years, and I'm tossing half of it because I don't want anybody reading this shit. Because it's probably going to be like you, Danielle, and Riley going through my stuff and my sister at some point, not too long from the future. And I don't want you people reading any of that. Like the stuff, like letters you get from people, and like
I don't know what to say.
That's a
There's like-
little morbid there, man.
no, but like,
Take that back.
Yeah, are you planning to leave us?
no, I'm just saying that. Like, but you like we keep
I'm
these.
gonna live forever, so screw
But
you.
we hold on to this stuff, and you're like, man, you gotta like. I'm starting my own burn box, and I'm gonna burn it every year.
There's a good housewives saying, Dorinda Medley says, say it, forget it, write it, regret it.
And then burn it.
But also, how funny would it be if you wrote a bunch of stuff and then you're dead, you don't have to deal with it, and then your family can hold that trauma and everyone else.
I don't like,
Yeah, I don't think-
I don't like that.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I think you should go
Yeah,
through
but low-key,
everything.
it's
And
kind of funny. But it doesn't have to be something actually so terrible. It could be like,
Do you keep a journal?
Yeah, but I'm burning them before. Like once it's time to go into the nursing
wait, but
home.
I'm sorry, but what are you writing in there that is so
Nothing
terrible?
really. Nothing really.
Yeah, so then,
just musings.
yeah, so
My
then,
turn.
No, it's just
Yeah.
more like what did I do? Like, 'cause people are like, oh, when did we go to blah blah blah? I'm like, I think it was da da da. And I can look it up.
no, sure. So then what's so terrible about that you can't have someone?
No, it's not terrible, but it's just I want to get rid of them so
Oh.
nobody else would.
He wants
you know?
to hide the evidence.
There's a
There
there's
are-
a couple of incriminating things in there. Yeah. But mostly it's
Like when you drive drunk?
no, I would never do that.
Anything
Oh,
about
okay.
that softball incident in Methuen that you heard about? Where you
What softball?
No, I never wrote that. I should write that down. That was a good story. When we had
went to a softball tournament playoff game?
no, it was a regular game.
Was it it was a regular game?
We got into a fight with the JV girls softball team from Methuen when we were in high school
So that's
with the coach.
Learning?
No, that's fine. But some of the letters, oof.
Journals and letters, I do think are like a lost art because like you watch these documentaries and like they will read like whoever James Madison or whatever someone's journal and it'll be like so like thoughtful and so whatever and then like you think about like my journals are like I did that today like it's just like stupid like, I was gonna read my journal.
You're not like the founding fathers. Maura Healey killed Matt.
I'm really upset about this bill. I woke up upset today.
Yeah, but one day that could be really impactful for somebody.
No, if I guarantee you it won't be. They can light fires with it, keep themselves warm.
So
Anyways,
all right, so
that was my advice.
all right, Batch. So instead of a Honduras hug, we get Batch's
Batch's
fatherly
advice.
advice.
Okay,
Yeah.
we love that.
No, but
We
that
love
was wholesome too. That was like nice, something for your parents, like holding on to something.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of it we're keeping, but some of it we're not keeping this.
We need to crash Batches when he does go away to Florida. We need to break into his house and get all his stuff before he burns it.
Yeah, okay.
At least photograph it so we have it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Or I'll
I'm
just
putting
go
you in
up-
charge of
I'll
that.
I'll do a distraction pile. Like, hey guys, gotta read these. All the hate-
Now we know it's not the distraction pile.
I have a great. I gotta find it. I have a great hateful letter from an ex-girlfriend. Oh, it's really good.
Oh, I bet you made some
You're the
women
scum
angry in
between
your
my
life.
toes.
Oh, it was good. I'll find that one. That one's fun.
All right, we can read that on the air.
Yeah.
Speaking of hate mail,
Yeah.
I do want to read some feedback that's been coming in on YouTube over the last week or two over some shows we did.
Oh, good.
One person
imagine.
at Sounds Lowell on YouTube says this show excels at local issues. Most informative and interesting conversation about what's happening in my backyard has become a daily lesson.
Wow.
Just for this. So he's talking about the Monday through Thursday show, obviously not the
all right.
Friday show. But I appreciate that sounds, Lowell. Based on the photo profile pic, I
very
think it's a guy. Johnny Whistle's not a big fan. Johnny Whistle's 72.
That's a great name, by the way.
A little bit upset about Monday's Big Mouth Monday show. Johnny Whistles writes, "Big mouth for sure!" Exclamation point. Look up the difference between communism and socialism. You're smarter than that. Keep up with MAGA propaganda, says Johnny Whistle. So I just did. I wanted to see how the modern dictionary defines Marxism and socialism, because my understanding is...
Wait, I thought it was communism and socialism.
Yeah, well, communism, Marxism, socialism, whatever. There's really no difference, is there?
Yeah,
I think you're making Johnny Whistle's point.
They tell you there is. But so here's what I found online. These following countries describe themselves as socialist. China. Thank you, Lindsay. China describes itself as socialist. What is China? It's communist.
Yeah.
/ Marxist. Cuba. North Korea. Laos and Vietnam. Other countries like Venezuela, Sweden, and Norway, and Finland are sometimes called socialist or social democracies due to their extensive social welfare programs and state involvement in the economy, even with the capitalist system. So I know my socialist and Marxist countries, and I know that there's really that line is no longer existent in the world propaganda stage.
So, in my opinion, none of these countries can be considered Marxist or communism, because it's communism and Marxism are a post-capitalistic society where the working class is supposed to rise up and take over the modes of production. The problem is that they applied it to agrarian societies that hadn't industrialized yet. And so they skipped the step.
This is deep.
Wait, I was just going to say, good for you.
This is deep, Batch.
I studied this
No,
stuff.
I knew that you knew stuff. I didn't.
But that's the difference. Like you're talking about, like, you know, well, you haven't gone. It's after you try to skip a step
Because you can't make that step.
Well,
give me 100 people and I'll find you 25 loafers.
But the point is, it's supposed to happen naturally. Like, you're supposed to have this industrial society that then evolves and takes over. Whatever. This is not what happened. Dictators came, or people rose up from these, backwoods countries and just skipped a step, and so it's not real. And then
fooled people into thinking they would have control.
And we stopped talking about Sweden. Sweden had maybe 10 years where they decided that they were going to go in a more Marxist, communist, socialist, whatever direction, really democratic socialist direction, but it didn't work. They did it for about 10 years. They put in a lot of social programs. They ran out of money and they had to back up. And so it became more balanced.
Look at Sweden and Switzerland now, right? They let in all these all these migrants in, and now they can't. Their social safety net is collapsed.
Well, but this even happened.
Sound familiar?
But it even happened before that. Before they had the influx of immigrants and stuff, they had moved away from this system because it didn't work. Their economy stagnated. Their standard of living dropped. So they're like, oh shit, we can't do this.
So anyways, Johnny Whistles, 72. I know my governments. If you're a socialist, great, good for you. I'm glad you're coming out of the closet.
You never said the definitions of each, though. You know what? This is what I can't stand. This is what I can't stand about the.
Do you want me to give it to you?
Yeah, let's discuss the definition. It's like you throw this anecdotal.
In Marxism, the government owns everything. In socialism, the government owns the bigger industries, but lets people own the grocery stores.
There are public
or
goods
whatever
that are run by the government because they're public goods.
Yeah, and nowadays, as we've seen with the government shutdown, everything is a public good. When you get a significant portion of your population dependent on the government, then every industry becomes public good, does it not? Including grocery stores in New York City soon.
Well, on the other side, you also have over capitalistic societies where you have an oligarchy, basically. So it's socialism for the rich and the rest of us.
So where are these societies? You're talking about the United States, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So government's job is to break these monopolies apart, right? As they used to do. Remember,
there's too much money in government now.
You may not be old enough to remember Ma Bell. You certainly are not old enough to remember Ma Bell. Batch, you remember Ma Bell. There was one phone company. Alexander Graham Bell's
It's also a good line in ill communication from the Beastie Boys.
And they got broken up into a million different entities. And,
Yeah, as the technology develops.
Yeah, we stopped doing that a while ago.
And now they're starting to merge back up, and when government will step in and break it up. But what's interesting to me is we're skipping the government step in and break them up and regulate them and going straight to the
Well, we're not
government will take them over. Wait, can we at least try that step again as we did with the phone companies?
Well,
in
we
the
let them
70s?
get too big to fail, and then the government has to bail them out.
Yeah, we should have let them
Because our
fail.
entire economy is running on a lot of these very large companies.
I will not argue at all. So why are we skipping the important step of breaking up the monopoly?
Because there's too
As we've
much
done
money
many
in
times.
government. Because there's too much money in government.
Yeah,
So
the
you need
government-
to fix.
So fix the government.
You need to. Well, you need to fix
don't
that
fix up.
system.
Don't fix the system.
Well, you need to fix that
The
system.
Montana plan. Have you read about this yet?
I thought Trump was supposed to do that. Wasn't he supposed to do the drain the swamp
He's
thing?
working on it.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 9 or 10 months in, but
Okay.
I mean, you got to give him some time.
This is
How many
this is the
lawsuits?
second time. This is the second time around.
How many lawsuits
fix
has he?
it.
How many lawsuits have been filed against him?
Against-
Is he
A
getting to
lot.
full? Okay, is he
Yeah.
getting to fully implement his program or?
Oh, we'll just wait until he well, he hasn't shown proof of being anti. He had the head of Meta. Who did he have at his inauguration? He had all of these huge billionaires standing behind him.
They were formerly your peeps, weren't they? Wasn't Zuckerberg one of you
No.
in the old days? No.
Well, no, that's besides the point. But he's supposed to be breaking up these monopolies, and he has all of these people
Well,
standing
he never
behind
said he
him.
was going to break up monopolies, but
He said he was going to drain the swamp and help
Yes.
the everyday working man
the
and all that
swamp is
stuff.
Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Yes, he's working on it. We'll give him some time.
see.
Let's pass the judgment. But
We'll see.
You are upset at the swamp in Massachusetts.
Oh,
Governor Maura Healey betrayed you yet again.
It's not. I mean, it's not governor.
geez, here we go.
It's a bill that was filed that's really gonna mess. It's very short-sighted, and it's really gonna
the
mess
one
up
with
a lot of the.
Prop 2.5 one, or something else.
No, the climate. It's in the name of energy affordability.
They're gonna
that
eliminate
gonna
math
try to
aid.
not eliminate. They're gonna cut the budget by hundreds of millions of dollars.
And Michaela's angry.
Well, I mean, at a time where we're seeing unprecedented growth in energy demand, it seems super short-sighted to cut a program that's really helping people save money through energy
Rich people.
efficiency upgrades. Well, you know what? It did. There previous
Oligarchs.
iterations. No.
Don't be an instigator.
Previous iterations did go towards like the Mass Save program is like a leader in the entire country for saving people money,
Saving who money?
and cutting down our overall energy demand. When our overall energy demand goes down, we're all part of a regional grid. It helps save everybody money on their electricity bills.
Has our energy demand gone down?
For people's homes, for individual homes, through energy efficiency measures,
it's gone down, right?
If you're just taking that, but
Has the cost of that energy gone down? And anybody seeing it every month? I get a reminder of how much the cost of energy
well,
is going
that
up.
brings me to my next point. Unfortunately, our energy is the energy that we get is also reliant on world markets because we have a lot of gas that feeds in and oil and all that stuff. And so what this bill also does is it cuts cuts the renewable portfolio standard, which helps bring a lot of renewable energy locally online. It makes cuts to that as well. So we're making less local energy that will help us be more energy independent and less reliant on global markets. So we're doing two things at once that's very short-sighted and is gonna hurt energy affordability.
That's
in
the
long run.
theory. That's the
That's
theory.
not the theory,
You
that's-
bring renewables, cheaper, more cost-effective forms of energy online,
Yeah.
and you will lower the cost of energy.
Yeah.
So once you cut that out, the cost of energy is going to go up. What's happened since we started bringing in these renewables? Has the cost of anybody's energy gone down since we started? We've been adding renewables,
We are also-
albeit not at a level
Yeah.
that can fuel a 21st century first world economy, but we have added solar, we've added wind,
Yeah.
we've added all this stuff. Why aren't the energy bills going down?
If we didn't have them, the energy bills would be much higher.
So you say.
I know.
So then why is Governor
no.
Healey
Let me
cutting
explain
this stuff?
let me explain to you how this works, Teddy, okay? let's just take a summer. We have a. This isn't funny. This isn't like a funny. Like I like our banter, but like you really make me upset sometimes.
Okay.
So let's just talk about the solar, the energy peak demand is in the summer right now. It's in the hot days, and that's why we need to keep really expensive energy plants online because of those very peak energy demand days, so we don't all lose power. Right? And during those days, solar production is high because the sun is out, it's hot.
How much of our energy do we get from solar in the middle of the summer?
A lot. I don't have the exact
10?
number.
10%?
Well, but you know what? That 10% does. It's probably more actually, but that 10% does a lot to
bring down
shave
the
our
cost?
peak demand. Yeah, for the entire year, because without it, we would have to keep all of these peaker plants online.
How much did that 10%
And that costs a
cost
lot.
us? How about what does wind give us? 2%, 3%?
I mean, I could tell
If you
you
look
right
at
now.
ISO New England, what is wind
could tell you
giving
right
us
now.
today? 2% of our energy demand, maybe 5% at max. How much did that cost us? And why are all these wind companies going?
What do you
out of
mean? How
business?
much did that cost us?
How much did it cost? Somebody had to pay to develop this energy, right?
Yeah, the developers.
Yeah, and how much? Well, developers with government subsidies, aka taxpayers.
Oh, like oil companies don't get
Yeah,
government
but the oil
subsidies?
companies aren't going out of business. The oil companies are thriving. They've got a product that's proven to work. Well, how many wind farms have been shut down?
What do you mean proven to work? It works. Like they're online. It works.
How many have shut down?
They've been online for 10 years.
How many have shut down? How many have gone out of business? Can you name an oil company that's gone out of business because they couldn't sell
I
their
can
product?
name oil companies that are now investing in offshore wind and wind. Like there's. So what are you talking about? There's oil companies
What's
that
the
go
return?
offline.
What's the return of
I mean, there's
on
a huge-
investment? What is wind give for the 5% energy it supplies at its peak or whatever?
Yeah,
whatever that number is that a good return on the investment? And is that
I
why
would
these-
say so.
Is that why these companies are going bankrupt?
You sign long-term contracts and you get a fixed price for what the production of the wind farm is, and then but if you don't have that, you're just completely reliant on global energy markets. And we saw that during winter price spike with the war in Ukraine. So like, I'm sorry that there is a return on the investment. I can't tell you like the exact dollar amount because it's a very like.
Wasn't it when you the grid, right? For Massachusetts, if you exceed the grid in the say like the production's not meeting up with demand, then you have to go outside of the grid to draw energy from somewhere else. That's when it really gets more
Correct.
more
and
expensive, right?
And if you shut down,
Wait, say that
if
again.
you shut down the reliable fuels in this chasing of a green god, you now
Nobody's
have driven
shutting
up
it
the
down.
cost of them.
Nobody's
Sure,
shutting it down.
They shut nuclear plants down. They shut coal plants down. They're blocking natural gas pipelines, Michaela. This is why your energy is going up. And listen, the proof, we can debate this all right, but here's your proof. Governor Maura Healey's trying to save you money on your energy bill this winter, right? What is she cutting out? Mass Save. All these little fees that are on your phone for green energy, she's cutting out.
It's short-sighted.
In other words, this is what's causing your prices to go up,
It's
though.
super short-sighted. We're having energy demand growth because of the AI and the data centers, right?
Yes.
Now
Well,
is the time where
in
you
housing
need mass
production.
save. Now is the time where you need mass save more than ever. Because now the plan, the next iteration of the plan is supposed to target more renters, more it's as the plan develops, we learn more things, and they're doing more things to target and engage renters. Lowell has a home modernization navigator program that they're piloting here in the city that's doing a lot to help landlords and renters achieve that energy efficiency, where previously, you're right, there were a lot of single family homes that were being helped more because there's more autonomy and an upgrade when you have to your
Report
home
from State
when you
Auditor
have
Diana DeZaglio
Yeah, so
that
now-
all the money's going to wealthy
yeah, so
people.
now they're fixed, but no, it's not all going to wealthy people, but there's
80%.
but at a time where they're making improvements on the plan and are set to help a lot of people in the long term save energy on their energy bills by using less energy in the first place and helping us all use less expensive peaker plant energy, because we're all kind of helping to decrease our energy usage through those energy efficiency measures. It's a good thing.
And you trust Mass Save to be able to pull this off. How long has
They're
Mass
a
Save
leader
been
in the
around?
entire. They're a leader in the country for this. Like
How
this
long
is
have they been around?
Mass Save.
20 years? 20? How
Yeah,
many
they've done
years?
a lot.
and for 20 years they haven't fixed the problem of giving most of the rebates and stuff to the wealthier people. But now they're going to fix it. Now that they've been
Well, let me tell you, have you ever benefited from Mass Save program?
Mass Save? No, I have not.
You've never had a home energy audit or anything like that?
No, I never did do
Never
a home
installation, nothing?
No,
Oh, that's too bad.
no. But once they give you your audit, and then they'll also give you some money towards it, but you still have to pick up the rest of the costs. I use the window example.
Yeah.
If Mass Save is giving you $75 per energy efficient window, but the window itself costs $400, who's going to install that window? The college students, the people living in subsidized
Well, they do like
housing,
90%.
or Karen and Carlisle,
Well, they do
as I
like,
like to say.
they were covering at one point 90% of the costs to redo the insulation in a home. And so one point you're missing about the wealthy people getting most of the benefits, even if a big house in Westford gets their, energy efficiency upgrade,
why'd you pick
whatever.
Westford?
I was going to say Weston.
Are you picking on poor Lisa?
I'm not. No, I'm not. Not at all, actually. But that
can pick
is,
on me, it's okay.
we're all getting our energy from the same soup. So if one house is using less energy, that does, in a small incremental way, help us all with our energy costs, because it's less. It's like, okay, let's explain it like a restaurant, okay? You have everybody coming to dinner at your restaurant at 7 p.m. and you have however many servers it takes to serve those people. If too many people come to the restaurant at once, you'll have to hire another server, and that's more incremental cost. It's the same as adding a peaker plant. You have to add more. But if everybody kind of like makes their reservations during different times, you can get by through the whole night with 2 servers, 3 servers maybe. So that's what it's helping everybody do, is even out their consumption, lessen their consumption, and help keep costs down for everybody.
So if I understand correctly, so the more you reduce demand, regardless of where you reduce it, the lower the cost is.
For everybody, because we're all in a regional grid.
Okay, so we shouldn't build any more houses then.
The idea of
I mean, that's going to increase demand.
You're chasing your tail. You're like a dog chasing your tail. You're never going to reduce demand.
Well, no, but you could
Because as
You are.
society advances, you create more demand. When you mandate electric appliances instead of gas, you're creating more demand. Like it or not.
No,
So,
you're not.
Of course you are.
We are creating more electricity demand, but it's replacing fossil fuel, gas.
Gas is cheaper than electricity, though. So you're driving up the cost.
Gas
on people.
is cheaper,
Natural gas is cheaper than electricity.
but it's dependent on global markets. The risk of it going up and down is much higher than electricity we produce here at home.
And it went up and down forever since they started using them. All I know is in the last handful of years, since we've pushed green, zero carbon emissions, whatever, as much as we can, all we've done is we've jacked up the price of electricity and people's energy. And demand is not going down because everybody has one of these, everybody has one of these.
No, demand is going up. The data centers, demand is going up.
Sure, demand will go up because progress demands electricity.
So why are you going to cut incentives that would help spur more renewable energy projects locally when we need all of the supply we can get, and we minimize risk on dependence on global markets when we're producing things here? We're producing energy here.
You know, we're going to become dependent on the global markets for rare minerals, which we do not control. We control a good chunk of the
There's some here too.
Depending on who's in office, we
Yeah.
control a good chunk of the resources in the United States of America. We do not control a good chunk of the rare minerals.
Yeah, but the
So
rare.
who
You
do
mean
wanna
you're
be-
talking
who
about?
do you
The,
want to be dependent on?
you're talking about the minerals it takes to make batteries, right?
Yeah.
But
Which you
fossil fuel,
mine, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. But fossil fuels, you just bring it in, you burn it, and it's gone. The batteries, at least, you can use and deploy, and the
Until they're
solar
on
and the
fire
wind.
and took spirit.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I knew it was here.
All right. Do we have any feedback on the Shaw Farm delivery line, the Shaw Farm Pulse line? Text 978 Pulse in 978-785-7346, and our friends at Shaw Farm will deliver it straight to the fabulous Lindsay.
Bring. I just don't like you.
By the way, Michaela, nobody likes me, but just
Well, I do like
Are you
you.
Johnny Whistle?
No, I'm
Is Johnny Whistle's your code name?
No, it's Johnny Whistles in the Wind.
Be quiet. I like you, but I don't like when you're being an instigator.
That's my
Let me
job.
clarify.
That's my
Anyway,
job.
be quiet. Bringing farm fresh goodness straight to your family's door. Sign up today at Shaw Farm. Back from 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 in
Oh.
No, nothing. It's actually fine. And speaking of words, last week on Friday, Collins Dictionary Word of the Year of 2025 is vibe coding, which is defined as the use of artificial intelligence prompted by natural language to assist with the writing of computer code. I think their word of the year for last year was better than this one, which was brat. I thought it was 6-7.
That must have been a different dictionary that was the
Brett was
6-7.
yeah. Oh.
Oh, okay. Which is defined as someone characterized by confident, independent. Okay. Thank you.
We love it.
Whatever.
What else do we have on the pulse line?
Wow, this person's going off, but this person didn't leave their name. Okay. How do you guys feel about affordability in Lowell? Then followed up immediately with Trump is the swamp, Elon is a government welfare with all the contracts. And then immediately followed it up with, if we did nuclear, we would not need to worry about the price of energy.
That's Elijah Russell, by the way. Might be the first
Oh, it is
development
Elijah
thing,
Russell,
Elijah,
right.
you've said. If we did nuclear, the price of energy would go away. Watch who goes nuts when we do go to nuclear, because there is no choice. We're going nuclear. You know this from your AI thing
Yeah.
that you attended.
They're bringing 3 Mile Island back.
It's nuclear or bust.
Is Seabrook offline right now?
No, not yet. But there are folks who tried.
They closed a big chunk of it down, though, right?
They might have, and I think they took Plymouth. What's the one up in Maine? Was it Plymouth? What's the one up in Maine that they shut down?
But
We're going nuclear.
Mass, but there was-
We're going nuclear, and Elijah, watch who fights the nuclear.
but
The
Seabrook,
most green energy, by the way, on the planet. Right?
Seabrook supplied 50% of New Hampshire's energy.
It's huge. It's huge.
It's amazing what you can do.
Still
with
I'll tell you what the mix is right now. 26% right now is nuclear. 58
what in Mass?
right now.
Yeah.
ISO New England.
For all of New England, yeah.
Yeah. 58% is natural gas, 12% renewables, 4% hydro.
12% renewable, so that's a mix of solar.
Wait,
and wind.
but isn't Seabrook the only one online? Everything else was taken offline, I thought.
We may be buying it from other
Okay.
plants too.
98% in use now.
Have you ever looked up the accidents that they've had over the years?
Seabrook?
No, like
Oh,
all the
nuclear
nuclear.
plants?
There's really only been 2 big ones.
Yeah.
And
The
one of
3
them-
Mile Island is huge.
so that's so there's a scale,
3
right?
Mile Island, Chernobyl, and then the one in Japan that got tsunami.
So
right?
the two like class 5 ones, whatever you want to call it, the 2 big ones were the Japan one when Godzilla destroyed it, and then the then the one in Chernobyl, and then after that there was one in Scotland that they covered up for like 20 years at 3 Mile Island and a couple other ones, but like they're not all like the 3 Mile. I mean the
It's
Japan
high
one.
risk.
It's a
high reward.
concern.
It's a
There
concern.
aren't that many nuclear plants, so
Yeah.
and then if something goes wrong, but they're not even talking nuclear plants. What they're talking is like little reactors that will power individual buildings or blocks.
Well, and there's a new
or data centers or whatever.
and there's another kind of
That's where we're heading.
I think it's nuclear fission or something. Like,
Fission versus fusion.
yeah, there's a whole like if they pursued that technology, I think that's kind of the way to go.
They could. By the way, I will also agree with Elijah. He says Trump is the swamp. Maybe we'll see. I don't. If he is the swamp, why is the swamp so afraid of him? Elon is government welfare with all his contracts. I agree.
First trillionaire.
Yeah. Look. Hey, Elijah. Look at your energy bill. Look, you are directly. It's there. You are directly subsidizing Elon Musk with your EV charge on your electric bill. You are paying for electric vehicles. You are paying for people to have cheaper electricity for their vehicles, which 75% of them they buy from Elon Musk. So you're subsidizing Elon Musk. I'm with you. I want to end all of that.
Well, the affordability thing, though, I think that the main thing.
Excuse me, I have something to say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
For clarification, each dictionary publishers have their own word of the year. 6-7 is for dictionary.com. So in case
Oh, okay.
anyone was at home like crap in their pants, don't.
Okay. We have clarification.
Everybody relax.
Yeah.
The affordability question, though, I really do believe that if you got rid of all the subsidies and it was a true market
Have a
rate,
true free market.
I think the rents would come down.
Rents
it would
will
be
go
helpful
down.
to
Cost
everybody.
of college will go down.
But you also 100% need to do something about the protections that tenants have. Like that's got to drive up the cost. I'm telling you, there's a lot of reforms that could like people.
You're starting to sound like me now. Cut it out. You're gonna make some enemies.
Listen, if you don't pay your rent, then you should get your ass kicked out. Not right away. Not like one.
There's a happy medium.
There's a happy
a
medium.
couple of
happy
months,
medium.
right, instead of a couple of years.
But that I think no, there's a happy medium that I think.
Someday we'll explain this conversation.
But
more.
the subsidies and the tenants' rights, and tenants should have some rights, but like all these things, these make things less affordable, and like they drive up the price of
Unintended consequences.
Unintended consequences of good intentions are always that things cost more. Oh my God, I am starting to sound like
You're starting to sound like me, Batch. All right, we do have to run because we've got another podcast coming in to record, the Chamber of Commerce, and you guys do have lives, but we want to thank the fabulous Lindsay, always delivering the feedback on the Shaw Farm Pulse line. You only called me Grandpa once today.
I just want to clarify, I do not call you Grandpa because I think your age is old. I just want to clarify that a lot because I just wanted to clarify that.
Wait, so
Why do you call him Grandpa?
Oh, because it's just, I want
She's trying to say I think like a grandpa.
Yeah, he's just like literally so annoying.
Agreed.
Like, it has nothing to do with his age. His age is not old. He's not pushing old. It's nothing to do with that.
It could be a grandpa.
I could be a grandpa. I could be her grandpa.
Yeah.
That's simply why. Simply.
It's more of a state of mind.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that he's old. I do
Like a
not get
grumpy
offended at home.
grandpa?
Yeah, please do not think your age is because you're pushing 60, you're old, you're not, you're young, you're youthful, whatever.
I like it's to me it's a term of endearment
Yeah,
when you call me grandpa. I may never have
He
I may
leans
never
into
live
it.
long enough to enjoy my grandkids, so at least I guess somebody
know.
I
else
hate
calling
when
me
you say
grandpa.
that. I hate it. Canceled. Move on.
Ruby could be a teen mom.
Please, that's my nightmare. Jesus Christ, please.
Listen, it'll never happen.
Her,
'Cause
listen, her fascination and love of she wants Uncle Batch to babysit, by the way. And we need it. So we have a conflict again this Saturday. Ari's got a basketball game, and Ruby's got her dance class, and Riley and I were divvying up who was going to go.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get anyone else to take Ruby to dance class. She said, what about Uncle Batch?
Oh my God. You should. Why would you take her to dance class?
they're going to be with her mom in Boston.
That's later in the day.
Wait, does she need what time?
Oh, I don't know. It's morning.
I could probably do it.
What are you, nuts?
I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you ever ask me?
Text.
I love this.
You know, you want to take Ruby to dance class tomorrow morning?
Well, now I can't. You should have asked me beforehand.
All right. I don't think
Look
of
at
you.
all these people.
All right, so we got two new babysitters.
Anyway.
I'll do them for
I'm
you.
taking.
I
want to take Ari fishing this year. That'd be nice.
He's all yours.
Yeah.
Michaela, no Hondra's hug, you sure?
No, I'm sad.
He's queening
It's
out
bad
there.
today.
Yeah.
Maura Healy pissed you off, and then
It's not more Healy.
piled
It's
on.
Rep Cusack. He's the guy with the bill.
Do you follow Mass? What is it? What's that?
Mass Alliance or whatever it's called.
it's
The
hilarious.
Fiscal Alliance.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a is it Mass Fiscal Alliance or just
It's
Mass
the one that shows
Alliance?
all the Maura Healy's corruption. That one.
Oh, I don't know.
It's pretty
I
good.
mean, like 8 of her 10 cabinet secretaries have already had to flee,
Yeah.
one step ahead of the law.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
They're all for the people. It's all for the people.
It's what happens when you have a uni party. You've got to have competing things.
I agree.
Michaela, Batch, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you also to Dennis McCarthy, Chris McCarron for joining us early. Hit some more good news about the Smith Baker Center. Lots of good news coming in the city of Lowell. And it'll just start to tidal wave, gang, in the coming weeks and months and hopefully the years. A lot of good stuff happening here in our city. And of course, Inside Lowell will be here to chronicle all of it for you, as we like to say. If Lowell is your home, this is your place. Till next time, everybody, stay safe, stay warm, have a fantabulous weekend. We will see you on the other side.